It's time to be
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
really and Lynette's attorneys.
I see.
Are you gonna wear
You
this
must be
to
the
the
traveler that
trial,
Lady FURINA
Paimon?
mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of LYNEY's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
I see that they drew a silhouette here, like in some crime scenes.
The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and LYNEY is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
People can also be the most reliable evidence?
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Okay, you can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them. Use the perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated within a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. Oh my god. We're getting a whole new book for this. This is such a nice tool to have, actually. Okay, guards investigation report. The investigation from the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cowell, who was within it. It seems evident that LYNEY is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cowell and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain mysteries. The deceased identity. The deceased is one of LYNEY's assistants named Cowell. He was well trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. Oh my god, we're really going Ace Attorney for this. Okay, hello. Okay. Actually, what part of the quest am I right now? Okay, I'm still in Act 1. Oh, okay. Alright, so I think this should be... Okay. Anyway, let me go claim these things real quick. Alright. Oh, I still have another achievement here. Okay, alright, let's go. Can I take a picture though? Wait, I kinda want to take a picture just to check. Nice, let's go. Okay, I might need this for later or something. I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember all of what I've investigated. Okay. Alright, so this is the crime scene, quote unquote. Okay. Alright, then we can... I kind of wish that they didn't include pyrotechnics or else this wouldn't have happened. But yeah, I think someone tampered with the props. Okay, so that's the other box right there. Okay. Alright. Case records can be opened quickly while navigating a quest in investigation mode. Nice, okay.
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. Why would it be him? How strange.
I didn't expect that PAIMON would have voice lines here. Okay, alright. Let's see. Examine white line. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowell weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. Okay, let's see. Let's go use the E skill. Examine damaged magic box. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Okay, let's do this. Esmond.
Go ahead, have a look around. In the end, we're both after the truth.
Wait, didn't he have a... Wait. Okay. Investigate.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
So either LYNEY didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa! Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait! Paimon should write all this down. Let's take notes.
Draco, I love Paimon's look. Yeah, me too. This is such a funny look on her, but I'm really glad that she's diving into this detective role. Okay, special rope. This rope was used to suspend the water tank. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched off on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material. Okay. Alright, so let's see if I still have... Okay. Let's see this one. Kenton.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping LYNEY and LYNETTE with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
LYNEY used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks
the
that
same number
every
every time?
time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, LYNEY knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. LYNEY reserved our seats for us too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for LYNEY.
Thanks. Sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad that for Linny's case? Paimon had better write it down.
Random number selector. This device was used during Liny's magic performance to choose a lucky member of the audience. However, the guards have found that it will generate the exact same number no matter what. Clearly, someone has tampered with it. Okay, I kind of want to eavesdrop for a second here.
Linny's magic tricks were the stuff of legends. But the way he did this crime, he should have stuck to doing magic.
Look, doing magic tricks is one thing. Pulling off a crime is something else entirely. Maybe he was just too full of himself.
Okay, let's see. Alright, let's go talk to this one. Maurice.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the magic troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is?
Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Information about the missing lady's identity. Halsey is the missing person. She's a famous painter and came to watch the magic show in order to take a break from her own creative work. She isn't known to have been entangled in quarrels with any of the members of Liny's magic troupe. Okay, alright. I like this NPC.
Please contact the guards immediately.
Okay, alright, let's see. Reception button. Okay, let's move on here. Isildur?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Oh yeah!
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Liny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Liny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Strange sound during the magic show. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Okay, thank you for the info. I actually almost forgot about the thump.
Could it be that I didn't see it happen?
Okay. Alright. We need one more. Oh wait, actually, wait a minute. Examine magic box. It looks like an ordinary box, but Linny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Okay. Am I still missing stuff? Okay. So looks like I have to go here now.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright. Lenny's still talking to the guard. I think someone...
Okay. I think we need to go outside now. Yeah, let me go do that. Can I go outside? Alright.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here!
Oh!
I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
I'm sorry. I can't take this seriously. Why are they posing like that?
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
I cannot take her NPC bodyguard so seriously.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Melus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time.
Oh.
Judging from the look of things, I find Lyny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
FURINA sure was quick to point the finger at Lyny without any decisive evidence whatsoever.
True.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way FURINA was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
I kind of feel like FURINA just decided to press charges just to save face for some reason.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Well, when you put it like that...
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me.
FURINA girl failure.
In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Of course not.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Melus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Melus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Seems you've already agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Liney's tricks. Thanks!
Okay, so we've now entered the collaboration, it seems. Okay. Let me go talk to her real quick.
Speaking of that, I think magic shows would be very popular in Poisson.
I can see that. Maybe I should try to learn some magic. If I could make things disappear, cleaning my room would be a cinch.
You need not worry about such things, demoiselle. That falls under my duties.
Oh, right.
Okay, I kind of want to take a picture of her. Okay. I wonder when Navia is gonna be playable. Okay. There we go. Wait, let me take a picture of the other two NPCs. Wait, actually... Let me go farther. I know I'm not supposed to laugh at them, but... There's just something about these two NPCs' outfits. Especially this guy over here. I cannot take his shades seriously. Okay. Alright, I think that should be enough pictures. Can I still... Oh, okay. Let me go investigate this one. TRISTANE, member of the guards.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Lyney and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Lyney's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
Alright, I think in the special program the developers mentioned something about Melusines having some sort of hidden perception.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful info.
Entrances and exits to Opera House. No one left the Opera House during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by the guards could leave.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
My apologies, but access to the venue is restricted at this time. Please register first.
Okay, alright. We're gonna go back there. I wonder if the trial is in Act 2. Oh, wait. Actually, I kinda... Oh! Wait. No.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this? Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
Firepower.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Below
Yes,
stage?
A world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
Oh.
But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Yeah.
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back of the door isn't the same.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
There's another box inside this one?
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head
down. Okay.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
And this passage linked the 2 boxes together.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Then what about your side of the trick?
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow, every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
I can tell a lot of thought was put into this.
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
I wonder if she went outside the box though.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Lyny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
The magic trick. Lyny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside a box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lyny himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Meanwhile, having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. On-stage magic box structure. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear, in which Lynette in Lyny's clothes remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Lyny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side. Audience side magic box structure. The magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. Okay. Search the underground passage for clues. Okay. Looks like we have a lot to look around here. I am so glad that we are allowed to take pictures inside here. So, oh my god. Okay. This is good. Because usually... Usually in places like domains and such, we aren't allowed to take pictures. Okay, let's see. Wait, there's some water over there. Hold on. Salmon control board. It should be the control device for the trolley. It seems to be able to operate automatically. Ladder. A ladder is required in order to return to the magic box above.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
They didn't mention this earlier.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Chopped hook rope, a rope that has fallen to the ground. A metal hook has been tied to one end of this rope. Its use is unclear. Okay. This one. I wanna see this.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Maybe it was for a trick?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Broken flower vase. There are many pieces of a broken flower vase on one side of the tunnel. All the water within has been spilled. Judging from the distance, it seems unlikely that it was knocked over by the trolley meant to transport the magic box. I find this so sus in general, because why would there be water here? But, okay, I'm kind of thinking that the water tank has something to do with this, but also, it's kind of hard to piece it all together. Okay, investigate clothing.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Lady didn't mention the guest having a wardrobe change.
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them?
Hi. Oh my god, look at Paimon's eyes.
Ugh, this is so confusing.
Glasses,
I
I
don't want to
mean.
be a detective anymore.
The young lady's clothes. The clothes belonging to House. The lady who went missing were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Okay, I think we still have other clues. Okay, we still have one more. Examine tracks. High precision is required to complete this magic show, and tracks are perfect for making the trolley stay on its designated course. Wait, have we got it all? Okay, we have one more. Storage boxes. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. Salmon trolley. A trolley is crucial for transporting the magic box to the other side. The culprit must have used this to execute their plan.
What is this place?
It's like a vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here.
Other than those that go through the magic boxes, and LYNEY and LYNETTE were in the 2 magic boxes.
Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Tunnel vent. The tunnel vent looks like it could allow one person passage barely, but living alone with the missing lady seems an unrealistic prospect. Okay.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Okay. Let's return to the surface level.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once MELUS returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you usually see in novels!
It would seem so.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder FURINA was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward LYNEY and LYNETTE.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice will too?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the
Even emotions? Okay. Statements from both sides, defenses from both attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. But doesn't make... Oh my god. If we factor in emotions into account, it kind of makes this subjective.
To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Fascinating.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? PAIMON thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes,
It's
the
kind of like
guards
their checks
also
and
asked me to
balances.
convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Huh? Why?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, whoa! There's no need for that! PAIMON thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
Now is not the time to be picky.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
This is so difficult though. Like, our investigation is just limited in this.
I mean, what better way to properly think
In
through
this
our
venue.
findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Just kidding! PAIMON will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Oh my god, they
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
they came prepared.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Must be a spina de rosula thing. Navia methodically handles the ingredients and pulls fresh macarons out of the oven. Wow!
Good while it
kind of want one now.
Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
That's not quite what Paimon meant, but okay.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real
Oh
arm
yeah,
workout.
true
You
though.
also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Now I'm kinda hungry.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
Why don't you take a break as well?
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that LYNEY and LYNETTE were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
So apart from the twins, we're left with 2 other people, the missing girl and the deceased.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
There's no evidence that this third person even exists.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowell.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
But she had no way of knowing how the magic trick worked.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the magic troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but
Paimon knows how to count.
Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
It's fine. If you ate them, you ate them.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Melus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Oh, there's really no need to do that.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, Demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
What is with this trio?
Your hobby, huh?
Navia does a second round of baking over the two missing. However, the discussion that follows does not yield much progress.
That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Melus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Probability of third person being involved. Neither Cowell nor Halsey had the motive, but after having talked to Navia, the likelihood of a third person being involved seems very low too. Gosh, this is such a tricky case to work with. I swear, I swear. Okay, wait until the trial. Oh!
Time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Okay, before I forget, I kinda wanna take a picture here. Alright. I haven't taken a picture of the crime scene yet in this angle. Gosh. This is so hard to picture. Am I allowed to take a look at it again here? Oh. So I can still enter this. I just want to double check some things if I can. I think we got everything now. I'm really trying to figure out why there's water here. Because out of all the things that have water in it, only the water tank fits the description. But the water tank was hanging from above the stage. And I'm not really sure if the water tank can fit inside the magic box from earlier. Oh my god, this is so hard. Okay, unless okay, this is a wild guess, but maybe someone with an ability to turn themselves into water can. I'm not really sure. Wait. Yeah. This is so weird. There are no elemental traces for this water puddle. Gosh. And this one too. Wait. This hook must be for something else. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check the stage again. Okay. Because this rope doesn't have a hook anymore. Okay, wait. Wait. Where is that thing?
Whoever the murderer was, this rope was obviously tampered with.
Okay. It suddenly broke when the fireworks were being launched on stage. The investigation has shown that the location where the rope snapped was made of flammable material.
This is probably a prop, too. Oh, looks like it could hook onto a lot of things. Like the Traveler's fishing rod!
I couldn't really remember what the ropes looked like when Lyny and Lynette were still doing the the water tank magic trick. But okay, just a hunch. I think someone swapped the ropes or something. Yeah.
This flower vase is probably a prop for the show. But it also could have been used in the crime. People needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. That, combined with this number selector, could allow you to pick a young lady instead of some old folky.
Old folky. Yeah, but then again, it would have been I wonder if there was a case wherein no one sat on that seat at all. Unless some person was intentionally trying to reserve a seat for every girl that they're gonna kidnap.
Why would it be him? How strange. Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved. We all heard that noise.
And then the sound too.
The performance would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon were on duty, she would have snuck back into the audience seating. Well, there was no chance Paimon could have seen that the box had 2 layers. And that's why only the 2 of them can perform this trick.
Okay. I'm gonna have to remember this magic part. Okay, the magic box at the center of the audience stands has 2 layers, and beneath it is an entrance to an underground tunnel. This was how the lucky audience member was meant to have been transported without the audience noticing. The magic box on stage has an additional layer to its rear in which Lynette, in Lyny's clothes, remained hidden. She would appear at the end of the magic trick and lead people to believe that Lyny had been able to instantly move to the box on the other side.
There was no third person. And Paimon didn't eat more than 3 macarons either. Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whew, that must have been a lot of work.
I also wonder if anyone in the opera was even aware of this tunnel. We're still missing 1 clue? Oh wait, 3 clues. Wait.
That size wouldn't have been a problem for Paimon.
Okay, hold on. Alright, let's see if I still... Okay. Wait, can I go back to investigate mode? Wait.
Why would it be him?
Okay. Let me see if I can find the 3 missing clues. Quit following me.
Squall and Fury.
Wait, talk to you before. Okay, let me check the lobby for a bit.
Behold! Quit following me. Too slow. Upon the gale.
How about here? Oh, I can actually go to the balconies. Wait. Wow.
Squall Fury.
I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to look at here. I think I'm still missing something, but I don't know where. Okay. I think I'll just go back to the tunnel for now. Let's see.
Behold.
Unless the other 3 clues will be unlocked over time. Hmm. Okay, I already checked that one. Yeah, I already investigated these things. Salmon traps. Okay, I think I'm just gonna proceed to the trial and see what happens. All kinds of props and costumes are haphazardly stuffed inside. Okay, yeah, I think we'll just wait for the trial. Okay. I am so scared. Okay. I'm gonna do my best. I'm not the best lawyer. I'm not even a lawyer. Anyway. Participate in the trial. I am scared. Yeah, it's so hard to... Oh my god.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lyney and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt FURINA understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
I really wasn't expecting that I was gonna do a trial right now.
How did your investigation go?
It has been very difficult, Lenny, to be honest.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Also, I just noticed this just now. Okay, so we can still access the book anytime during the quest.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Oh my god.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Linney clearly reveals the details of the magic trick. Everyone in the audience is stunned.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution.
Oh my god.
FURINA. Do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
She did the ace attorney pose.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Wait.
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
How could Linney not know about that sound?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Oh.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
He probably represents the ORATRICE stance on the trial.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
He's clearly enjoying this.
Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
Oh, shoot.
The House of the Hearth?
They're Fatui?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Oh my god.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
LYNEY and LYNETTE are fatui.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady FURINA has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
There's no doubt about the magician's ability to con others. Given how LYNEY has concealed his identity, this could all have been set up beforehand. Plus, Chad is here in Fontaine along with other house operatives. There must be some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now...
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh my god, it's going down.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
Oh.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
While court is adjourned, you meet with LYNEY and LYNETTE backstage in the Opera House. We've got some explaining to do.
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
So you're actually back in the overture teaser. You know that scene wherein ARLECCHINO suddenly appeared out of nowhere, and then she pushed LYNEY and LYNETTE's cutouts. Wait, were they cutouts? Oh, standees. Yeah, ARLECCHINO pushed their standees, and yeah, that is one hint that they are actually from the House of the Hearth. And then aside from that, when Lynette's character introduction got released, I think it was yesterday. I think it was 2 days ago. I think, yeah, it has been revealed. There was actually one quote in her character introduction that said something along the lines of being a member of the house. So yeah, it's confirmed they are indeed members of the House of the Hearth, which is an orphanage owned by ARLECCHINO, one of the Fatui Harbingers, and we have yet to meet her. So
I'm sorry, Traveler and PAIMON.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad!
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
But how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatuz who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Explain the other issue first. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed?
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now!
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it.
Oh.
From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
Went to investigate the room in which the core is stored. Opera
That
House
air
basement.
vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came.
I wonder if that's the same voice that we heard from the fountain earlier.
On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe the judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have the key evidence we need.
Huh?
The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Liny's statement. Lyny claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrice upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place, and thus did not hear the thud. The voice in the Oratrice core chamber. Lyny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the Oratrice core within the Opera House's underground structures. Okay, continue taking part in the trial.
Upon the gale.
This is getting interesting. I can't believe this is only Act 1 so far. The brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Lyny acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady FURINA as fact. Therefore, Lady FURINA may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Ugh, that took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Lyny's perspective.
Oh! Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute any erroneous assertions of fact and replace them with new inferences. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. The ORATRICE will display such shifts clearly. Oh my god. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth. Oh! Luffy Monty, thank you for the raid! Hello.
Entered the tunnel.
Okay, let me give you a shout out real quick. Okay, I am in the middle of the Fontaine Archon quest right now. Things are getting kind of confusing. But I will survive. Okay, shout out to Ufia Montia. Okay. I hope I got that right. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yay! Hello everyone. Welcome. Okay, I'm gonna introduce myself for a bit here. Hi, I'm Celeste, also known as Celestia Bis. I am a big Genshin lore enthusiast, and I also play Honkai Star Rail at times. Hello. How are you doing so far? Oh my god. Okay. I'm in the middle of a trial right now, so I'm gonna do my best to be the lawyer, even though I'm not a law student. Okay, let's go. Alright, okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Lyney red-handed. So Lyney proceeded to
I see
knock
some
him out
familiar
too before
usernames in
stuffing
chat,
him into
by
that
the way.
box.
Hello again. Floofy, I'm head to bed and have a good stream. Thank you so much for stopping by, Floofy, and thank you for raiding me. Also, if any one of you needs to sleep right now, I don't really mind. Please go ahead. Yes, you need some rest. I think I'm gonna try my best to finish Act 1 for today, and then I'll do Act 2 on the next stream. Yes.
Afterward, Lyney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice.
I hope you're
through the
enjoying
magic box in
version
the audience
4.0
stand,
so far,
before
chat.
operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
Afterward, Lyney passed unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands before operating the devices such that Kawa's death would be ruled an accident. Okay, time to disprove this
And
fact.
there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections?
Yes, I
to
have
Lady Furina's
objections.
description of the events?
Okay.
The key to refuting Lady Furina is the order of events. What Lyney experienced and what he saw.
Vervillian, I'm wasting my time swimming underwater and leave the Archon quest. I see. I haven't explored the underwater parts yet, but I will very soon. I heard the underwater exploration was really good and smooth. Okay, alright, let's go into objection your order. Okay. Objection your order. Okay, alright. Lyney entered the tunnel. Lyney entered the tunnel as the countdown began. Okay, identify loopholes. Okay, let me see. Oh, wait. Okay, I don't think I can refute this one because he did go into the tunnel. So this one, I should refute this one. Lyney attack Halsey. Identify loopholes. Okay, Lily claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Archer's core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place and thus did not hear the oh. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Lily knocked Halsey out using the vase and removes her. Outcome was from Lyney and Halsey's fight. Okay, let me see if I can use this.
According to Lyney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel.
Okay, I think I got this.
Have had that altercation with Halsey.
Alright. Let's see this one. Lyney kidnapped Halsey. Okay, identify loopholes. No one left the opera house during the magic show, and after the incident happened, only those who had their identities cleared by guards could leave. Oh, I could use this one too. Refute. Oh!
Seems this won't produce a particularly effective rebuttal.
Okay, not that one then. So I can use this one? Oh, not... Okay. Good thing they're pointing us to the right answer. Also, Verbillion, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna continue to explore happy swimming. Thank you so much for stopping by and have fun exploring. Wait, I think I should... How about this one? Okay.
Lyney did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Okay, so we got 2 down now. Alright, let's see. Okay, so let's go for this one then.
Lyney
Alright.
went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Kate, ate, use what you learned from Sumeru Archon Quest. Oh yeah, this reminds me of the Sumeru Archon Quest.
Something to say! When the countdown started, Lyney did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately.
I love how Paimon is narrating this in such a dramatic voice.
The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
Kate, to be honest po, if we got here without doing Sumeru Archon Quest, we will be destroyed here. After all, Naida taught us so well. Yeah, I am so glad that we got to do a lot of investigation stuff in the Sumeru Archon Quest. Yeah, it was our preparation for Fontaine.
Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
And then, there we go. Okay. Successful refutation. Also, Paimon got upgraded from emergency food supply to a flying object. So true.
Paimon actually managed to say all that. Wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right.
Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My
my reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Lainey by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Lyney only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
Oh.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
I don't know why I feel like Furina. I feel I like Furina personality po. Actually, yeah, I feel the same way actually. I love how annoying she is. It's about time that we get an annoying Archon. Yeah, and she's also very over the top too.
Well,
she nailed it so well.
Is very strident, I'll give you that.
Oh.
But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Linya's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. Your claim has also become a critical clue. Okay, choose the most... Oh. Which is the evidence that Lyney wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Oh. Irrelevant, irrelevant, irrelevant. Okay. Irrelevant, 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 irrelevant. Oh, okay. So you have to choose among these three. Okay. Which evidence was... Okay, I think I can submit this.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something off here.
Oh, okay. So I'm wrong there. Hmm. Okay, maybe this one?
That's right!
There we go.
Lyney wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Lyney had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played. To think you'd use such logic.
I love how they keep on showing Furina's inner emotions here.
Well then, if it wasn't Lyney who committed the crimes, then who was it?
The murderer was... Oh, select the gear icons in the interface to check the corresponding case questions. Select answers and fill all the empty gears to verify the correctness of your deduction. If you have made mistakes, you must make another selection from the remaining options. Once you have answered all the questions correctly, you can complete this logic chain. Ah, this feels like scenario all over again. Okay, how did the culprit trigger the onstage incident? Okay. The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. If Lyney is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Lyney gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside the box, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lyney himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Like any... Okay, who was the only person who could possibly have committed the crime?
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, hypothesis incorrect. Okay, okay. Shoot. Okay.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Shoot! Okay. Damn, okay.
That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Okay. How can we envisage Lyny as having been unable to interfere with the crime? Yeah, because Lyny was busy investigating the ORATRICE.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Lyny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lyny as well. Lyny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
Alright. How can I prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between...
Okay, who is the prime suspect currently?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Where did the missing Halsey go?
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, it would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Lyny. No one entered or left the...
Oh, hypothesis correct. Wait. Okay.
It would have been tough for both people to...
Let's select this. Oh. Okay, wrong again.
Halsey's clothing...
Thank you for the answers, Mihoyo. Oh, shoot. The criminal must have understood the methods behind Lyny's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Cowell had all the means to commit the crime at his disposal. The strange noise could likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Lyny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box and the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there would be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteeing that they would be discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
Yeah, this one is the missing piece of the puzzle. Where in the world did Halsey go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real-life person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Wait, magic escaping from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the... I knew it!
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
Oh, there we go again.
If the defense is unable
This
to
justice
make further
system is so
effective arguments,
subjective. They're
we will
taking
move
the
on
audience
the next
reactions
stage
to
of the
the... Hold on a second.
Lyney was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Lyney's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Where did the missing house?
No one entered or
This
left
one.
the opera. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water.
Hypothesis correct.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Yeah, it's the same.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
It's like the hydroaidolons all over again.
Please, I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
Furina, take a look at all of the hydroaidolons and all the ocean is out there.
How could a person ever
You should know this, Furina.
into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
I request that we examine Kawa's personal effects.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Lyney already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense.
Yeah, I think it is the water. If the voice that Lyney heard, if ever the voice that Lyney heard in the basement was the same voice that we heard from the fountain, then we might be onto something.
Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of the rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney.
Oh.
Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
After some time, a guard returns with news.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are... water from the Primordial Sea.
Oh.
The Primordial Sea. The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs.
Oh,
and he had an
shoot.
accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowl was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order!
Oh!
Order!
Oh!
It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence. So please continue.
Wait, I just remembered. Okay. I don't know if this is related to each other at all, but so we do know that a lot of women have mysteriously disappeared in one of the Fontaine cases. And then in line with that, I just remembered that the ocean needs so far, the ones that we have. Wait, I forgot if it was mentioned in the 3.8 event, but I think it was mentioned somewhere that all the oceanids are women.
Of course.
Yeah. So
if we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
I'm gonna try to remember it.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Okay, water from the primordial sea, the liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage, seems to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Who is the prime suspect currently? So
The
you.
deceased's name is Cowell, Linney's assistant.
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
What item did the culprit use to dissolve Halsey?
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this? I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that.
Oh wait,
The
actually...
water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
Oh wait, I think I should replace this.
The water from the primordial sea
What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime? It's the...
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with... I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Maybe this is the one. I'm not really sure. Okay. Timing of the dissolution.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for...
Yes, I'm correct. Let's go.
It's
Ace Detective.
time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box.
Oh yeah, there were balloons there.
When the
I
balloon
forgot.
attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial sea
Ah.
inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. After Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel.
Unexpected.
And wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
We can't even sentence the guy because he's dead.
Oh dear.
Oh,
What did I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Uh-oh.
What a humiliation.
You messed up real bad there.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Liney's personal effects.
Somewhat... Oh god, someone planted that.
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come
Someone
back
planted
and
the
lose you.
evidence!
Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my
Oh my god.
reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Gate. Well, here at IRL, we still open a trial on the dead people, either to clear his name or condemn them. Thank you for bringing that up, actually. Oh, begin refutation.
He did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Okay. They did not need to take part in the solution. Indeed.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Lyney desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime. Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Also, I really appreciate that for the entirety of this trial trial arc right here, I am so glad that they added visuals for this, especially since it's really a lot easier to piece things together when you have something to look at. Yeah, it's not just pieces of dialogue. So yeah, this is a really cool gameplay mechanic actually. Okay.
Am I right, Mr. Lyney?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here. Is this the end of the road?
No. Oh shoot.
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything either. It doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale.
Okay, there's just something really fishy here because when we presented our argument about the primordial water, actually Furina panicked for a second there because even she believed that they do sound convincing. So it's kind of suspicious that there's a there's a vial of primordial water inside Linny's baggage. The timing is too sauce in my opinion. I swear someone planted that evidence.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on, don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick, one that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Lyny, if you would be so kind.
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
Wait.
And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lyny and Lynette.
What if they found the girl already?
Don't worry. Spina di Rosula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila.
Oh my god. Oh!
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving
What
wasn't
is
true
going
after all?
on?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
I'm only here because this person told me that if I testify, the merit of doing so will lessen my sentence.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin?
Oh!
I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What? Why?
Even the Archon is shocked.
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Lyny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there, and I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago.
Oh, she was the NPC.
Lyny was the one who caught me in the act.
Yeah!
Hey, no wonder you
From
were
the start of the Archon Quest.
So you were the thief. Lyny even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
If they're a practice hand at concealment, probably.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Yeah, now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
Here we go again. Okay. Alright, we do have an edge now, so okay, let's do this. I'll say this so. Let's start with this one first. Oh wait, actually, wait. Okay, let's start with this. In fighting between LYNEY and Cowell. Wait. Okay. On stage accident. Okay, I'm gonna I'm just guessing right here because okay. After the fight, what did okay, I think I need to pay attention to the blue text. After the fight. Okay, there we go.
Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she
Changed clothes and hid.
biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Okay, we have to refute this one in fighting between LYNEY and Cowell. The fight has to be between the girl and Cowell. There we go.
The vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lily-Ann and Cowell.
There we go. I'll say this solved.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
There we go.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Ace Detective Paimon time.
Selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard. Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket.
My gosh, so these are 2 crimes in a row, actually.
Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Okay, we have the upper hand. Okay, wait, it's still a draw, I think. Success or reputation? Let's go!
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
PAIMON personality is same as FURINA personality, so it's a good matchup. That's an interesting observation.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo! Bravo!
Oh my god.
Now then, Lady FURINA, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady FURINA. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
She's like a deflated balloon now.
Her ego just went poof there.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic
Thank you so much for the recap, Novelette.
The box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Lyney, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings.
Like, wow, these are 3 separate operations.
From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Lyney,
Yay!
the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Lyney and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Oh. That is so high-tech, though. Oh! Kinda reminds me of the Star Rail wishing system for some reason.
Such, Lyney and Lynette are officially declared
not guilty.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn.
Ew.
How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Lyney's baggage?
Did you plant the evidence, sir?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false
evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not LYNEY, but you, yes?
Ooh.
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Oh.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
This sounds like something Huta would say.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto LYNEY, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
Exhilaration?
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent more off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Oh. Hold on. He turned into water.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present,
Oh my
please
God.
submit to inspection immediately.
However, nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid left behind after Von dissolved. Oh my God.
So, we're just going back now?
The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed here anymore.
That's true, but...
It kind of felt like we won, but also not really. Yeah, this is a whole other... This is a whole other rabbit hole.
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
LYNEY...
Yes, reverse on what Hydra Eidolon can do. Eidolon can copy human form.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain LYNEY this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the
Father,
Knave, approached recruiting
oh,
us back then too.
that was how. Okay. So, Arlecchino's title is the father. Okay. Father or Otets. Interesting.
The knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story?
Yes, please.
It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
So he just used him.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift.
Oh.
I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
So what happened after that?
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
Oh.
And the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm.
This is so
and had
dark.
even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans. Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined
So
the
they
House of the
kinda
Hearth.
owe her for this one. The knave is after the noses, isn't she?
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland.
All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. Oh.
To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's alright, I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Lyney.
I understand.
Bye, Lyney!
Leave the opera house. Oh my god. A lot just happened. A lot just happened now. Oh my god. But yeah, I really wouldn't blame the traveler for being so distrusting towards the Fatui, though, given that they've did a lot of things across all of the Archon quests that we've done so far. But yeah, but I do think that I do think maybe the Fatui's intentions are I okay, maybe some of their intentions are good, but it's just that their their methods are so questionable to the point that you can't even see whether or not their intentions are good at all. Yeah, it's complicated.
Relax.
It's in a very gray area. Yes, that's also a good point. The same organization doesn't mean same branch though. Yes.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Yes, and as far as I remember from what Lini said earlier, the Harbingers have a much more different agenda than the House of the Hearth. So yeah, that's also another.
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though. Don't you think so, too?
Well,
Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I was really only trying to defend Lainey. I wasn't necessarily looking into the serial disappearances case.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Ah. I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Ah, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer. Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Well, if you say so, let's go have that meal then.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
And that ends Act 1 for Fontaine. Oh my god, wait a minute. Actually, wait, let me check the time. So, Act 1 was around 5 hours long. Gosh, that kind of sounds like that kind of I'm not wait. Actually, I'm wondering how long it took for other players to finish this Archon quest, but God, this reminds me of how it took me over 5 hours to finish the last act for the Sumeru Archon quest. Oh my god, a lot. I actually wasn't expecting that we're gonna have a trial in Act 1 so soon. Like, oh my god. Okay. Actually, okay. Hold on. I am trying to process everything that happened. Okay, so it's really interesting that that we managed to find out a lot of truths within one court trial alone. Like, number one, we are now somehow aware about the House of the Hearth, and as well as LYNEY and LYNETTE being from the House of the Hearth. And number two, we got to find out that there is this operation going on wherein a lot of women are being kidnapped, and or let's say a lot of women went missing because apparently there's a group of people out there who are testing out the primordial water, and that primordial water can actually dissolve people, Fontainian people, into water.
There's
And
no need to exchange pleasantries.
it's actually
it's rather pathetic.
it's
to
actually
force a
reminiscent of the ongoing
just to occupy
prophecy in
silence.
Fontaine that everyone is gonna be engulfed by the water someday. Everyone is gonna dissolve. So yeah, that is really, really, really scary. And then number 3, I wouldn't really say this one is a major truth, but turns out the killer all along was that one NPC woman from Mondstadt. So she introduced herself as Halsey, but apparently her name is actually Lillian, and she's from Mondstadt. And back when so during the whole magic scene slash crime scene thing, so yeah, apparently she was also gonna be turned into a test subject for the primordial water experiment. But since she wasn't Fontainian, the dissolved water didn't work on her. So yeah. And out of fear, she what's the name of the guy again? I kind of forgot. Wait, where is it? This one. Cowell. Okay. So yeah, since due to the due to the fear that that Lillian got through her entire encounter with Cowell, she had no choice but to push Cowell in that magic box. However, she didn't expect that the water tank would come crashing down onto the magic box and cause Cowell's death. So yeah. Yeah, this situation is so complicated, oh my god. And yeah, in line with that, actually I am actually so impressed with the direction that Hoiverse went with when it comes to Fossilor's personality. I really love I really love her annoying personality. Yeah, she's so annoying, she's so flamboyant, and she has such a high ego.
Just to
And
silence.
yeah, she wants people to listen to her. Yeah, she has this lend me your ears kind of vibe. And but also, even though she has this mighty air around her, it's also quite interesting to see that she can also be quite insecure at times, especially during the moments wherein her arguments during the court trial were proven wrong. So yeah, that was really nice to see. And I also really love how we got to see an after image of her at times whenever the story tries to show her inner emotions during a
There's no
trial.
such thing as pure
So yeah,
freedom in this
I really, really love that.
Even the wind cannot
And
blow on forever.
aside from that, actually, I will admit that before Fontaine came out, I was kind of worried on what direction Hoiverse will go into once this court trial scenes play out, because I'm really not good at I am really not good at piecing clues together. So yeah, in line with that, I am really glad that Hoiverse incorporated a lot of visual gameplay mechanics that will help us piece all of the evidences together. I really, really love that. I am so glad that they did that. And actually, as what chat pointed out earlier, this is actually we actually had this kind of mechanic for the Sumeru Archon Quest already. So it was really nice to see that the Sumeru Archon Quest somehow prepared us for this kind of gameplay mechanic in Fontaine. So yeah, oh
There's no
my
need to
god,
exchange pleasantries. It's
I
rather pathetic
do
to
think
force
that
a
this quest
conversation
was
just to
actually
occupy
well
silence.
done in my opinion. Like, sure, there were actually a lot of stuff here that I wasn't able to guess at all, but at the same time, I am also welcoming all the twists and turns in this quest, and And yeah, this is just the beginning actually. I actually wasn't expecting that Act 1 was gonna be so long. So I really cannot wait to do Act 2 in the next stream. So yes. I wasn't able to do a scheduled visual for this, but yeah, actually I'm gonna be streaming again later later tonight on August 17 at 10 p.m. GMT plus 8. That will be the usual time. Yeah. And I will try my best to do Act 2. I really don't know how long it's gonna be as well, but I will see. And oh my god, I cannot wait to see. Actually, also we have yet to see Child again in the Fontaine Archon Quest. The last time we saw him was a few hours ago. Back when we ran into him in the street. So yeah, I am looking forward to what role he's gonna play in Act 2. Yes, yes. So yeah, with that in mind, thank you so much for joining me. Oh my god, I can't believe we have finally played Fontaine for the first time. I hope everyone is enjoying version 4.0 so far, especially when it comes to the Archon Quest and exploration. Actually, I haven't even been underwater as of now. Yeah, I haven't explored underwater yet, so that's gonna be a new thing for me in the next stream maybe. So yeah, okay. Before I forget, let me plug in my socials real quick. So I have a YouTube wherein I post all of my VODs. I have a Twitter and I have a Tumblr. And in line with VODs, I have a separate playlist for all of my Genshin VODs. And in case if you're interested in my Honkai Storial stuff as well, you may also check out this Honkai Storial VODs playlist. Yes, you may type these commands anytime in chat. And yeah, I actually, just to update you all, there are still a few VODs that I wasn't able to how do I say this? Okay, so basically I've already uploaded the VODs of the previous streams. However, I haven't made them public yet because I still want to timestamp them before I make them public. Yes. So yeah, it's gonna take some time. But yeah, I'll do my best to catch up on the timestamping of the VOD so that I can finally make them public. And yeah, also I will also be uploading the VOD for this Fontaine Archon Quest Act 1 so that you can watch it anytime in case you miss this stream or something. So yeah. Yes. But for now, I would like to thank you all for coming. Thank you so much, and see you all later on August 17 at 10 p.m. GMT plus 8 for Fontaine Archon Quest Act 2. Enjoy 4.0 everyone, and have a good rest. I will be playing some background music to send you all off. Bye bye everyone. Rest well.